Hi, this is Dave Johnston with Day Trade the Markets. We're looking at a 2-minute chart of the January crude contract. I've just been filled long here at 47.43. You can see I have two other orders to buy, one at 47.36, the other one at 47.26. The market here has had a nice down day, as you can see. This is on the heels of a very good upswing that we've had over the past several days. We had very aggressive selling. That's a magenta bar here. Our most aggressive selling bar, second most aggressive selling bar, is a red bar. So we see we have several of them here as the market took another wave down, also with another magenta. But what was different about this was that this wave of selling was very, very swift and came right down to a support. Now I've manually placed this blue line in here, which is yesterday's low, a likely area of support. So you can see the market came down and bounced, came down again and touched towards that level. Doesn't seem like I can get through, at least at this point, and now it's turned higher. So I've gone ahead and got long with the anticipation of the market will at least get up to this area in here, up in the 60 area or so. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a sell limit. I think I'll put it just a little bit below there. Let's say we put it at 58. So sell 1 at 58. That's a little below this area up here. Where it just got to right here, which is around 63. And so that'll give us a bit of profit on this first contract if in fact it doesn't come down and fill us on the other one. So that's kind of the lay of the land at the moment. So got our objective in there. Now as far as our stop is concerned, I'm just going to, let me see if I can just kind of shift this here just a little bit. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put in a sell stop for all 6 of these contracts should the market make a new low. So I'm obviously going to want to adjust this fairly soon, but for the time being I will put in a sell stop there. So I'll pause the recording and pick it up as the market dictates. Okay, just resume the recording. The market has had a nice little bounce up here to 55. Our sell limit's at 58. So it did have a little bit of a dip here. When we got filled, it came just down below our 43 level. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this stop. I'm going to bring the stop right up now to break even on this trade. And obviously I need to adjust the number of contracts down to 2. So just wanted to bring you up to date on that. Now that the market's moved about a dozen ticks in our favor, obviously don't want to see this trade go against us at this point, so I've gone ahead and put in a break-even stop. I still have these buy limits down in here a little bit lower at 36 and 26, so we'll just see what happens on that. So I think the market's looking good, and hopefully we can get filled on this soon and have more upward movement. So just keep our eye on it for the time being, but for right now I'll go ahead and pause the recording and pick it up when needed. Okay, just want to resume the recording. We just got filled now. Here's our marker right here. We were filled at 88, and we had adjusted the stop down here. So we have 1 contract remaining. So I want to adjust that number on the stop down to just 1. And so we did dip here, as you can see. It came close to getting a stop. You can see it dip right here. It made a low at that time of 45, and our stop was at 43 at break even. So obviously somewhat lucky there to remain in the position, but I think we had a stop in a good place. It was a few ticks below the low of this aggression bar, so we had good location on that stop. So that helped, but you still got to be lucky sometimes. So at any rate, we still have this 1 contract in play. As you can see, I can move the stop or whatever. You can see we've still got, we still have 1 contract here, and we're long from 43, and that hit 45. So once again, I'll just move this stop back in place at our entry price at 43.47. So we're still long there. I'm actually looking for this market. It's got any lift at all. The next area is up into here. You can see our day trade the market software has produced a trade location zone of resistance up in here. So that's really the next target. So we're long from 43. If I put it in at 73, I'm going to go ahead and sell 1 at 63. Oops, sorry, I still have the 6 in there, so I need to adjust that down to just 1. So I'm going to sell 1 there at 63. I'm sorry, at 73. We're long from 43. So we'll just kind of take it in stride and hopefully be able to make some adjustments on the stop should it continue to rally. But in the meantime, I'll go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, you can see the market's rallying nicely here, up fairly close to our objective. I've actually had a change of heart. I'm going to cancel this order here, and I'm just going to move the stop up. I'm going to move it up just below this last bar. I'm expecting this bar to be pretty good aggression, and I'm risking about 15 ticks here because that limit was at 73 and this is at 58. So if it does come down and stop us after hitting 73, it hasn't done so yet. But should it do that, then I'm going to make 15 ticks less. But right now, if we do get some good aggression on this bar, excuse me, we can actually move above here, above this level here, around the 47.75 area, and have a really good rally. I have no idea if that's going to happen, but because I'm only on for 2 contracts here, and by the way, I'm going to cancel these 2 at this point. So we'll put, actually 58 was our first objective too, wasn't it, as it turns out. So that's a 15 tick. I'll go ahead and just delete that. So we've got our markers in here where we're entered long, of course, from 43. We got it at 58, and now our stop is also at 58. Now we didn't get the aggression bar that I was hoping to here, which would likely spur the market on for a further up move. Doesn't mean to say it could still happen though. So just wanted to bring you up to date on that. I had a change of heart in changing that that limit that I had at 73 here. So at any rate, we'll just see what goes on here. But I'll once again go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, just resume the recording. You can see this bar, this current bar right here, stopped us right here. So we never did reach the 73. What was the high on that? 72. Okay, so we had our sell limit at 73 that I took off. So we're going to get filled on that anyway. So at any rate, 58 on both of these contracts here after being long from 43. So 15 ticks on each of those contracts for a 30 tick total on that. So I think this market is still likely to move higher. This could just be a reaction down to test into these support areas after this really good sell-off. It really needs to get back up about 47.80 though to sort of clear the way for the bulls to feel good about being, want to get sort of jump on board. So anyway, there's today's trade for was today Tuesday, November the 22nd, 2016. Hope you learned something from that. If you have any comments or questions, you can reach us at info@daytradethemarkets.com. Thanks. We'll see you next time.